I think that the Julies are quite, I mean, they're dead funny characters, aren't they? And they are a bit OTT, let's face it. They've got all, you know, the leopard skin and stuff that I mentioned before. But they're just great fun characters. I think it's sort of but Goodyear, you know, that sort of thing, Julie Goodyear, that sort of thing. It's all rolled, isn't it? All rolled into one with them. And I think that's the appeal.
I love work. I thoroughly enjoy work. I feel so blessed to actually being given the chance to do a character like Julie J, because I wouldn't necessarily get cast as somebody like that. And I like the fact that she's so kind and gentle. I'm quite a strong person, so it's quite nice to be able to play that side out. And so I really enjoy getting what I call good work, you know, where you have a chance to go from the A to B of emotions, but with some real sort of underpinning, so it's not, as I said, just sensationalist.
They're natural characters. They are carers. They are very sympathetic. They're very, very lovable. I think I can say that without sounding too immodest, but they are, you know, they're fantastic characters like that. They'll do anything for anyone if you treat them right. And I don't mean in terms of money or anything like that, but if you're nice to them, they're very nice back.
So I love my character. I absolutely love Julie J, but I really don't want to be recognised as Julie J. I think, oh God, I got my hair wrong again if I look like Julie J.
Julie's, they went along to open the Gay Mardi Gras at Manchester. I don't know if you're... there's a big festival that takes place every year, and along with some of the cast of Queer as Folk, Julie Hesmanhow from Coronation Street, who plays the transsexual there, we went along and opened it, and that was fantastic. And we had such a following there. Like I say, gay men, women, some of them not too sure what they were. No, and it was brilliant. You know, we couldn't have been more welcomed if they'd have been family, seriously. And people were saying, you know that line when you say to Julie J, they knew the script and stuff, you know. And people were saying, this one woman I remember told me that she nearly split up with her partner because her partner had forgotten to tape Bad Girls for her one evening. And she said, that's it. She said, I nearly finished with her over it. And I thought, it's big. It is big, you know. In straight world, gay world, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter, does it? It's brilliant. They love it.
Well, I've never played a baddie before, so it's quite interesting from that point of view. And she is horrible, there's no doubt about it. She's completely sadistic, and the girls call her body bag, and you can understand why. But on the other hand, there's something comical about her that I hope make the audience like her and sort of feel sympathetic, which is nice to have two sides of the coin.
Hurry up!
What's going on here, then?
Nothing, miss.
You must think I was born last week, girl.
No, really, miss. I was just
Get out of my way!
What are you doing?
I knew you were up to something yesterday.
Oh, please, miss, you're not going to report, so you miss. We were only having a quick feel.
You two shouldn't even be here.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, miss.
Turns my stomach, your sort. Come on, get out! Well, I think she's so different to me. I mean, I was trained as a dancer, and I'm very light and dainty, naturally. And suddenly to have these clomping shoes and these terrible culottes, and I've got to sort of develop to walk. And an old agent of mine had seen the programme, and she rang up and she said, I love your walk. And I said, oh, yes, it's because I sort of push my tummy forward and push my hips forward. She said, oh, no, it's not like that. It's the way you use your shoulders, as if you're used to getting through a crowd. That had come completely naturally, and I hadn't even thought of that. So it's obviously working. I think her walk is catching on. I call it her wet knicker walk. I chose the shoes, yes. I must say they're very, very, very comfortable. Good old lace-ups, but they're very comfortable.
I mean, the costume is so important, isn't it, in terms of, you know, the character?
Yes, and the keys, and when I get my radio telephone on, I mean, I do look rather daunting, and I must say, when I go in the canteen, the crew divides like the Red Sea. I get to the front very easily. Sylvia does have her soft side every now and again. You see a sort of softness coming through. Because she has 3 children of her own. I mean, she's a family person.
My Bob is doing his braised meatballs tonight.
Lucky you.
I am, Lorna. I've been salivering all day. You need a treat to look forward to, these stupid shifts.
Maybe I should just give her sleeping bags, keep down here.
I need a couple of days sick, or I flipping will be soon.
One thing about Sylvia is that she's known to have a world-weary sigh. Hey dear. And I'm afraid that's coming into my life more and more when the tube doesn't come or the train's late or my husband doesn't do something. I say, hey dear. It's a terrible sigh.
Well, I'm happy. Save us a load of bother.
She means well, and she does the job in the old-fashioned way, the way she was taught to do it, and she obeys all the rules. I mean, if somebody else will do it for her, then she's happy because she's lazy. But she can't understand why she's misunderstood, because as far as she's concerned, she's doing the job properly. She thinks they should be locked up 12 hours a day, or even 24 hours a day to suit her. The most frightening scene I had to do, which was a combination of horror and comedy, was when I did a strip search of a prisoner in the first series, when I told her she could keep her bra on while I checked out her panties, and then she could put her panties on while I checked out her bra. And it was the most humiliating scene for the prisoner to do. And I just thought I wouldn't last 5 seconds in prison if I met somebody like Sylvia and I had to do something like that. It was just awful. And this is what happens. As soon as they arrive at the prison, they have to face that. The role of Sylvia is really the sort of the old-fashioned idea, to sort of show the contrast. She keeps harking back to the good old days, and the good old days don't exist anymore.
Well, I'd just like to know whose side she thinks she's on. 'Cause sounds like a bit too much of the prisoner's friend, if you ask me.
We're all friends. It's an extraordinary unit. It's the nicest crew I've ever worked with in nearly 40 years' career. And the girls, we're all just such friends, which is incredible, all these women together. I can honestly say there hasn't been one major row. You obviously find the one that you perhaps like to have lunch with more than the other because you've got something in common with them, but we're all very affectionate and very fond of each other. The girls call me the Dame, actually, and I often hear them say, ask the Dame, she'll know what to do. So it's very affectionate, and I'm very touched by it.
That's it! Stop it! Stop it right now!
My ambitions, well, I don't know. I feel I'm on my second time round because I was very successful in the 60s and 70s. I did an awful lot of television and comedy work, and then I went into the theatre as I sort of moved out of that age group. And suddenly this has come up, and I just think it's wonderful that I've got a second chance.